Hello, 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 and welcome. This is Jillian with the Jill of Design, and welcome back. Thank you for stopping in the past week or so and checking out my studio organization and my little revamp to my side table that is over to my left. I have an extension to my work box with more storage and a beautiful workspace, thankfully, because it does stock and store a lot of my supplies that I pull over to work on stuff. So hopefully you got to watch both the beginning mess and the final reveal on that this week. And I wanted to chime in finally and get my first full craft video, my coffee craft and chat today, because for me it is still morning. You guys will see this a little later in the day. But hey, we do what we can do. So we're going to sort of start off with, I know it's mid-January. Everybody's done with Christmas. They don't want to see any more. But I am finishing up a project, right? I am finishing up something that I started on my own, and I just wanted to show off like what I did, and maybe we'll work on the front cover. I gotta decide which journal card I want to put on here. So a lot of trees and village feel in the fabric that I found, but then we had the whole month was very much a vintage feel for everything we did this month in December. So I'm sort of torn, but I have a feeling since a lot of what I did, I don't know, I feel like I did a lot of, both poinsettia and tree as my lighter pages to work with. I think we're going to stick with the Christmas tree. So we're going to do this, and that gives me some reason to add some green to this journal. So we're going to work on this a little bit. We'll work on some inside. I'll show you what I did, sort of get finishing off ordeal and go from there. So I tied it with my A2, the usual figure 8 that Gail Gustinelli taught us way back when. And I left a really long string because I wanted to be able to tie in a number of jingle bells and charms and tassels, and just had something to play with. Because I think I overshot the runway, but I was like, no, you know what? I want to be able to definitely make a little tassel-y, charmy thing on the end, and that gave me room to do so. Because if you want to tie them in places and do it down the line, you need to have that extra string. So yeah, I found this great fabric. It was reds and greens, but with a blue background. It had a lot of glittery shine to it, which I just adore and love. So it was my snowy, it was vintage, villages, Christmas trees, but it had definitely my flair and my daughter's mixed in for this year. And it just went really well with Joey Cardmaker's Christmas Folk, which he did a gorgeous job this year. He had 2 of them. They were both beautiful, but his first one had more snowflakes and vintage, and it had the red and green, but it also had a lot of blue in it, which I absolutely personally adore. I didn't want to do another snowflake journal, but I didn't want to do a vintage Christmas either, and so this was a great in-between. So his journaling pages were beautiful as usual. He's been doing this for some time, and he had a great pattern paper for each one of his journal pages. So I realized as I was putting it together, I was like, wait, those go together. So they looked really nice together. It gave me a great backdrop to a large photo. I could write on it. And then I took his poinsettia or his tree paper, and being a graphic designer, I was able to drop it down to 50% so that it wasn't overpowering, and I could use it as a backdrop to either write on or put photos on. So as you see online, on my computer, I took all my photos. I made the shapes and sizes that I wanted, did a cluster, and then came back and fussy cut around them and glued them on my page, because I was not going to deal with individual photos and having to do a bunch of gluing. I cheated. But then I could have moments that were easily printable that, like my cat's new blanket, or what we did for Christmas, or silly moments where I could do it. My daughter even took this was one of our new recyclable gift wrap papers. And I don't know, she just got a bug out of nowhere, and she went and made me a cute little snowflake. And so I had to put it here. This was a very pretty envelope. It was actually almost transparent like our vellum. And so I made this little concoction out of it to be able to hold receipts and things with Joey's papers. Some of his freebie papers are very paneled. So I did one of my usual windowed pockets, but I didn't use the window. I actually covered it up and, utilized this as a double pocket back here. It's actually, it was a post office. That's right. It was a UPS or USPS envelope that they gave you when you bought stamps. So I thought it was perfect. So I utilized that. But yeah, I loved the fact that every time I went and did a writing page, he had, of course, a pattern paper that went with it. So it just sort of felt like it smoothly went from left to right, so I could divide out and work on things. So like I used our library card to list all the food we had at our party, a little note on the back, tabbed it in with paper. Okay, so the goal is for me later here, probably not on camera, I don't know if we'll get that far, but if I don't add trim, I have all of these cute little pieces that he put in our kit that I'm going to want to, you know, decorate and cluster in corners that I have left over. So yeah, and then like this is one of his freebie papers. And it was paneled, right? Just like this. It's paneled just like this. So I folded it in, glued this backside down, but left this here, right? Perfect space to hide some photos. I could write or design on here. I could do any kind of pocketed ephemera thing, like on this panel and this panel, right? Leave this open, nice and clean. But I could put photos here. I just, you know, again, I could cluster something down here. But it was a cute little sort of fold out piece to utilize the space because I needed to be crafty with it, but didn't need it to, you know, make something large and odd out of it. So this was one of our adventures, which we really enjoyed. We had a lot of fun just taking photos and searching for gnomes, and it was a gnome scavenger hunt. They had 12 gnomes you had to go look for all over this little Christmas village, and then you got silly little like glow in the dark rings or whatever for it when you found it. So yeah, so I got to finally get all that journaling done. We took our reading list cards. This is our bookmarks that are reading lists, and I wrote in our Christmas game night. I folded up the bottom, and we'll probably decorate this part, leave it here. And it's technically going to be a pocket, but, you know, I don't know if I'll pocket it. Actually, I don't know if something comes up that I missed, but, you know, we played some games, so this gets to be a pretty piece. I still have to get this one glued down, and again, we'll decorate down here. I'm going to take one of his cards, or even a piece of paper, but I want to write the list of movies we watched, and I want to flip it up so you can read, you know, you can see them, you can see all the pictures, all the Christmas movies we watched, but I'll probably make a list and also attach that in there. Let me see what journal card we want to use. Oh, he had these, but these were pocketed. He made the cutest pockets. I have to point it out, but you made the pocket and you stuck it in and you pulled it out and you could read it. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I'd put that. That was our Christmas Eve night and books. So, yeah, I don't know. But you know what? I have a few spots and I'm like, oh, wouldn't that be cute? At the back here, I actually have this space open and this space. This is going to be our New Year's Eve last week of vacation sort of summary. And then I have 2 empty pages. So some of these would be really cute. I just don't know what to write. So maybe I won't waste that. I want to save it maybe for another year, but I love the snowman one. He gave us a lot of really great pieces to play with this year. I love his folk one. I mean, I know his, I think it's a cute cat maybe. That might be long enough for my list. Let's see here. Let's see. We did snowmen, we did presents, we did all kinds of things. I made this. This was out of one of the other panels. The back wasn't printed on, so I took a piece of paper. I covered it up here. Oh, it was a misprint. So a misprint on the back. I went to back the panel. It misprinted. So I took another piece, glued it in, glued it down, you know, all that jazz, and made this little pocketed space. Now, what will ever go in here? Never know. Maybe nothing, but it was cute. I like the idea of it. This may have a Christmas card on it. I may have 1 or 2 favorite Christmas cards that I may put in here. But I wonder if I probably could write it. My only downside was I wanted to flip it up. So, like, you could just flip up and use it. I don't think he has pockets small enough. Let's see. I mean, I looked through it. I mean, he has pockets, but they're pretty good size. And that may be something I'm going to put elsewhere. I got tabs. So many cute little pieces, which I know I have plenty of things to cover in spots. This journal belongs to. So, actually, that might give me my journal belongs to. Like, it's not so much that journal belongs to, but I want to put my 2024 Christmas season labeling on that. So we'll leave that there. So definitely have some TLC to do here, but I got most of the journaling done, which I was happy with, and then trying to get the rest of this all prepped and ready to go. So maybe we'll use this. I was going to figure out how to, because I think it's cute, I'll take a piece of paper and we'll flip it up and do that. I like the tree. Yeah, we got some gaming done, which was great. And the girls came. Oh, there's a little pocket. One of our little pockets, which is cute. I wanted to do something with them. Yeah, just super cute stuff. I have a feeling it's going to get used for next year. A lot of it. I mean, it got to a point where I was doing weird printouts for something. So I took papers and I made washi sticker paper. So, I can cut it in half. I can do the ends of some of these pages. But I have some sticker paper that will make it useful to make washi ends. Is that everything? Yeah, I still have a lot of his freebies that I wanted to do stuff with. I really wanted to do a lot with it, and I just didn't get to it. I was so busy with the store, and I'm so thankful for that. But it meant no real crafting for me. Since November, guys? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's been like close to 2 months. Oh, that's a cute pocket, too. Envelope, pockets, goodies. Oh, so many things. Oh, okay. So I'm so far-fetched in all of this. I do not know what I'm going to do next. What I do want to do is make sure we get any of my pencil marks erased. I think I'm going to do the cover with you guys today. I think that's a majority of what we're going to do. Only because, it's an actual craft thing. And I know the inside, I think, is too much hemming and hawing, trying to figure out what to do, since I need to get back into the rhythm. I'm very much, as I wanted to do it, very out of rhythm with my crafting. I've done itty bitty tiny, brief things, but yeah, no, I'm 2 months out of whack, and you're like, oh, good Lord. And some of us are just tired, so organizing is great right now. We came up with a recipe or try to find all the old recipes that my husband's famous 3-bean and ham soup came from, so I could try to recreate that, which did pretty good. We that was our Christmas night. We watched both Avatar movies, which is like 6.5 hours plus long. So we marathoned that while we cooked the soup and just let it simmer and do its thing, and it actually came out really good. With extra ham bone broth left over, so it lets me make another small batch if I wanted to, or at least do that and add extra like bouillon or chicken broth to it later, and we can make another batch. So that was happy. So yeah, we did gingerbread and cabins, and we did pictures, and like here's another great spot. I mean, I could put a pocket in here. I don't really want to block anything, but I might want to put tags and tops, and I don't know. I feel like I should have more journal cards. I probably have more of this set, but I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something, but maybe I did cut most of it out. So, okay, I think we'll decorate. It's going to be season's greetings, and it's going to be journal cards, and it's going to be little things that maybe I'm just going to, cluster. This one's really cute. So maybe it's like it's here with the season's greetings underneath it, that kind of thing. Like, we're going to just sort of play with corners and pieces and see where I can fill in sort of the gap. Christmas morning, so it looks like a Christmas tree, right? So I want to sort of fill in some spaces and sort of add some layers and lace and stuff too. Like that maybe. At least I'm getting the juices rolling, if nothing else, right? We're gonna get inspired. We're gonna get the juices rolling because oh my gosh, I haven't done this. All right, so she's cute, but I think her and Season's Greetings, I love that. I want to put this somewhere Christmas tree wise. I definitely want to put, I know it's bright green and it's really not, I wanted to put this on the book, but it is really bright green compared to the book. I don't even know what pages to put it on. Unless I put it on the first and the last one, maybe. I had some left over that wasn't enough to sell to you guys. I love when our vendors cut us short. Because I could put it there. And you could sort of see it because it's short, right? That's sort of cute there. Maybe just the one. It's not bad. It's not the end. It's just a little. I don't think that's bad. I think we could do that. I don't have my glues with me. They've been in the house for, I feel like 2 months. It's been so cold. Oh, I have an idea for the back, too. I'll show you guys. Okay, all right. All right, take a coffee break. I will be right back. Okay, sorry, had to let a cat out. Had to close the door to the fire pit. or fire, the fireplace. Sometimes I have to crack it open and get the right amount of air so that darn, like, larger logs will actually burn. I have Christmas ornaments, don't I? I do, but he has them too, so I don't think I want to use mine. I want to use his. He does have a few. I think I put some aside because I was trying to, I had all intentions to make goodies for some of my friends, and I didn't get to that either. I think, yeah, some of the stuff's missing because I put it aside to go into kits. I was going to make cute little, it's like Merry Christmas, which is cute, which, okay, that could be used somewhere. I should probably put that on the Christmas pages, right? All right, one by one, we're just going to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing really well. I know the Mother Nature has been extremely weird for everybody. Oh, what is it, over a week ago, we were, you know, West Coast was burning and the East Coast was freezing. People are, I think, I don't know how the fires are doing in our neck of the woods. I know a lot of people are like, okay, coming out of it going, yep, we lost this, or no, we didn't. We're back home and we're safe, or we lost it all. So it's very sad. It's a lot going on. And then I know the East Coast is just getting hammered with all kinds of snow a lot later in the season. Went from nothing to everything, right? And there was even I don't know how legit it is, but there was even a reel, like, from, you know, weather all over the world a couple days before our fires started. And just hail and snow and flooding in countries that I don't know if that's normal. I was like, I don't know if that was normal or not. It felt like in some of them I would have thought they were, you know, south or near the equator and they should be warmer, or they're on the other side of the world and they should be warm while we're cold. And yet they were getting hail and snow and flooding and massive amount of downpour and rain. And yeah, our climate is definitely screwy. Okay, so that's sort of cute. Gives a little flair, a little fun something here, which I love seeing that on the other side of this. This baby can go here. I don't know if I have any paper. I don't know if I need paper or anything behind it. I know I have some vellum. That isn't super helpful. I meant to do this for you guys, and it really didn't. Unless I trimmed it a certain way. I don't know if it really hasn't. What? Kitty. Love bug. Yeah, she's confused. I moved her box, which she's not super happy about. Come here for a second. Hi. You're gonna get in the way. She's not very happy with me because I did move her box. You can't sit right there, love. She's like, but I'm gonna try. How about I make you room? Come here. Let me find your box. Oh, so I guess this will be a very odd photo. This is definitely a craft and chat. Come here. With coffee and just trying to get our rhythm back. Oh, I know. 2 years ago, my whole thing was getting my groove, right? Getting back my groove. Of course, I'm happier than I was then. But, yeah, no, you're just like, So I am going to use, I know these are for fabrics, but I do use it for a lot of my materials because, you know, I try not to cut just paper too often. But I do cut some unusual materials with it because I want that jagged, well, a very specific triangle around it, and I don't think I have any others that work well. So, okay, we could do that just to give it a little bit of flair so it's not so just one on top of the other. Thank gosh I have my ink in place. But no, it was nice to get everything cleaned up to where, like, right now I have room to put her box on my desk to the side, still have room to make a pile for my stuff and not be too over distraught about the whole thing. Okay. Maybe we're just doing some little touches inside today. Oh, you know what? I forgot about this. I realized that it being unused for months on end. I normally have, oh yeah, and it crusted over. Well, shoot. I don't want to pause this because God only knows how long this is going to take. I don't have a pin in here, and I usually do. I love our toppers, but I've never been able to use just the toppers except for on the Sugar Bell bottles. I believe our glitter glue always needs a little pin in there also. It just sort of keeps things, I don't know. But I haven't had good pins in here is the problem. as much as I love the pins, I have a lot of my dangles that don't hold up. They get bent easily. And the moment they get bent, they don't fit through here. So when they don't fit through there, thought I heard my own cats. That, you know, it's sort of useless. It bends and it gets screwed up, and it's not even trying to debunk anything or you know, get it all do it, but I'm gonna have to clean that out. Well, well, bummer as all heck is what I'm gonna have to say right now. It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? It is the downside, is it, to having not crafted in a couple, you know, what feels, you know, a couple months. It's not a good thing. Can I get it through? Well, maybe. Ugh, like, you really want to see me cleaning right now. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you're all doing well. I hope the weather is behaving itself. I hope you've gotten crafting, that you've got your rooms cleaned up from Christmas, and that you are organized. You've done doing your organizing. You're into your new projects, that you're enjoying the potential of maybe a Valentine ordeal. We will have new things in the shop. I have new keys, new like little charm keys in the shop. We have some samples of some colors of mesh. I still have red, I still have burgundy, I still, you know, our wine color. I have pink, white, and burgundy samples for snow mesh. Gorgeous gold glitter meshes and rose gold glitter meshes. So if you are into the mood, the romantic mood, and the Valentine-y stuff, you know, I go from bright red to pale pink and everything in between. So you gotta, I don't know, that's gonna work. Let's see what we can do. This might not work the way I want it to, but we're gonna give it a shot. Alright, it's on a glitter glue day. Okay, I will have to clean that, and we're just gonna have to use our fabric tack today, because it is gonna be the only thing that works. It's the only thing that's working for me today, and even then, I always feel that even when I'm going through here, like, mine's always sort of gummy. I'm not sure what's up with that. I did order 2 new bottles. It was cheaper to buy 2 than it was to get 1. I was like, oh, cool. I got a 2-pack, and I was super stoked. Because I'm getting back into this, so I have to make sure I have everything I need. I had to order new, you know, glue sticks, because with all the packaging for the business, for the shop side, there is a lot of gluing I do to get you the right packaging. So your meshes and your ribbons and your things are on something worthwhile, and they're not just... See, it looks cute back on the back, so when I put on the white, you can see the pretty coloring of the vellum paper. It's one of my background pages for my Christmas Joy kit, and I was going to go in your guys' Christmas vellum packets, but it was too light. And I was like, oh, well, you guys can't even tell. Like, until you put it on the white something, you really couldn't tell, so I didn't end up putting it in the Christmas kits, but... oops, upside down. But there we go. So now we can say this journal belongs to, which instead this journal belongs to, but I'm going to put, the bird family, and I'm going to put the date on it for Christmas and stuff. So, there is that. Ta-da! So what is it? So in the back page, and that's what I just realized, I do have something for back here. Now I can't decide whether oh yes, okay, so I'm going to put this in the back. I had gold foil that I simply went ahead and... someone was showing me how to do these, and it sort of was a cool idea to do with the... So I simply sort of offset my 2 pieces of gold foil, folded it as a triangle, but not perfect. It wasn't point to point. It was, again, offset. And then you fold in your sides. Now, we do this with paper to get you those triangle pockets. And so I just like, okay, and you just sort of tuck one into the other. Keeps it all clean. But the nice part was it gave me the opportunity to make all these cute little there's hordes of them. There's like 3 or 4 of them. These pockets to stash. Like this was the flyer for our North Pole adventure that had the gnome scavenger hunt, right? So I wanted to put that in there to remind me, so maybe next year we saw it. This was a vintage postcard that my mom had given me, right? She had found in one of her stashes. So I wanted to hold on to that. I didn't want to lose it. It was tucked into one of my little presents. This cute little, this is my Hallmark Christmas movie watching kit. She made cute kits out of those. And so, we love our Hallmark Christmas. So these were just fun things that I wanted to hold on to. And I might even have enough room to add smaller Christmas cards to it. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to glue it down here on the bottom, all 3 sides, like we always do, right? And let's see, across the bottom too, so nothing opens up. And I want to use it as sort of a pocket back here for larger paper items. Okay, back page, because I forgot this is going to hold these cute pocket envelopes that Lorette at Vintage Paper Girl had made for a bunch of our Christmas goodies. And I think I'm going to lay it here. I know that means if I put something in here, it's going to block this one a little bit. But I like the idea of having them stacked, and I'll decide if and what gets tucked into them, if anything. I might just leave them here, right? It may just be something cute that I have in the back of my ordeal, which I love the idea of. So now I've got to try and get this glued, which I just put this upside down, or right side up again, which I know better. But you'll have to let me know what you guys are working on once you are done decluttering and got all your Christmas put away for the season. What are you working on? Are we talking spring? Are we talking Valentine's? Are we just continuing on with projects that, you started before Christmas and are getting back to, which, it's going to be one of my main things, is we're going to get back to that altered book. We were doing a lot of botanical floral papers, and we were working on a new Dollar Tree book, because, why not? And making that gorgeous altered book, and I had the cover, and we started all that. So that series will continue on this year. Get back to that with new fun ideas. I think we had a lot of ideas left over, right? Oh, so I'm hoping I remember what I wanted to do and put a new flair on them. So what I could do to keep this down is do something here. Little thing, I think something a little bigger. I know she has some really cool. Everything's sort of vertical though, huh? I mean, yes, I have scraps of paper I can use. Just thought maybe to help sort of keep it closed right here, but I'm afraid if I do that, the moment I do, I'm going to want to tuck something in there. You know how that goes. I mean, I could put something there just for fluff and decor. He's got some good circles. He has pretty flags. Oh my goodness, I love these three or four Christmas tree flags in all the different colors. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really had all kinds of just ooh and ah ordeals over all of this when we started, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, time came and showed up, and I was like, I don't have time to do this. I probably should get to the front cover though, which again I feel like I don't even know if I'm prepared for that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's definitely just a chat to get caught up, let you, show you what I did with my December moments. It's not a December daily. It was my Christmas journal for the, December, and the big moments that we had that I wanted to remember that we did, right? From the gingerbread night to the movie nights and what we tried to watch, and Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, things we made, her birthday party, all that jazz. So that definitely was the, this definitely should probably have hordes of things like, oh, I did find that. Oh, I printed some stuff on sticker paper. I was like, wait, what is this? This is some of my more stickery stuff. I do have a pile of things over here. And that probably should have been layered. Like, I have, it's still open. I have the cutest stamps and things from, so it's one for the other. It's vertical and behind the horizontal, right? So if I pop this up a little bit, I bet you I can get something underneath there still. I guess you have to cut it. I'm like, well, it gives you the look if you cut it right, but I don't think it actually perforates. These are cute. It's a cute post-stamp die cut from Woodland Inspired. She made these cute Christmas sets that you could get from her. And it was sort of a mystery set, so you just sort of got, 6 really cute pages. And oh my gosh, I was so stoked. I was like, those are so pretty. And I got great papers. I was really lucky and really happy about that. Jingle, Frosty. I'm clustering. I want to cluster because that Merry Christmas one I'm looking at should be Christmas Day, Merry Christmas. So this one again was another mishap where the print job in the back only went to a certain point and the rest of it printed somewhere else. So I folded it back and made a pocket. So we have this. So I could do a Merry Christmas here. And leave it on the bottom. It's Christmas Day. It'd be cool to put it here. I hate to put it just middle, but maybe we'll have to put it in here somewhere and see what other paperwork or what other goodies fall into place. Jingle all the way. Handmade by. Which, yeah, I could put that in there too. I did do it. This is handmade by me, but I think I'm going to hold on to the handmade for maybe next year's potential journal. I mean, I have enough stuff left over. I'm going to reprint the kit, of course, to, you know, do something with it. And of course, my glue is definitely having a conniption fit. So good, I can just put that glue right on here. But, yeah, so if nothing else, the store did really well. Thank you very much. It's stocked the best I can. We've had a few items that we are definitely on hold. Everybody's working on their floor tax as vendors and shops, vendors and stores, when I'm trying to restock things. We got a lot of things that have sold out because they are waiting to clear their floor tax, and once they do, I'm hoping they'll have things back in stock again so I can get them to you guys. Because right now, yeah, we have a few glitches. But I do have lots in the store, and please be patient. If you favorite an item, keep an eye on it. It'll tell you when it's back in stock. And all will be good again. Ta-da! Yeah, because I think Christmas card's going to go there. I got that all covered. And that's there. I think, yeah, no, that's good. Okay, so I don't have many pages to try to, like, cover. I think there's one there. Maybe one here. Because I think I'm going to put these guys over here. I don't know whether I put these guys on. Which side to put them on? I like them, I think, better on the red and green side, actually. That's really blue, so that may just be a journal card. I mean, that may be journal cards or Christmas cards. I think it's getting less and less Christmas cards, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that weird? I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I did get some out this year. I was, a little, like, everybody got them, like, right before Christmas. Personally. Now, the business ones made it out in the beginning of December. Even then, right. But, thank you, to some of our tried and true, loyal, heavy hitters. We got some Christmas cards out too. But personal ones, that was they got them probably the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday before Christmas. Yeah, those were like, I bought them. I just couldn't get to it. These are just the cutest things, and she filled them with candy and teas and all kinds of cute things. And so I thought they were adorable. So I'm going to stack them. Maybe we'll offset them, actually. Though if I want to stick journal cards in here, it doesn't completely cover this. And if I do just the bottom, I could tuck something underneath there if I wanted to. So let's just do this part for now. And that way, if I wanted to stick a little something, even if it's just under the flap to a point, we could tuck something in here. Hey, if you get an opportunity to make a pocket, you make another pocket, right? You always make more pockets. You never know when you want to stick something in here. Now, this is done in a way, too, where I probably could tuck little things in everywhere. So, to be on the safe side, if I really wanted to save the kit and keep it from rolling everywhere, I could put a bunch of these pieces, right in here and save them for next year. Like, open up the journal to start the next journal. Which, by Thanksgiving weekend, I'm always pulling out last year's, journal to see what we decorated, who a kid picked out what. This year, Sammy got to pick out her last, Christmas tree. She'll be home next year, even though she's at college, but she'll get to decorate, it'll be more, hey, luckily at the school, because some kids don't get out till just before, I was really worried that she was going to barely make it home in time for Christmas next year, and then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, they get out like a good week, before Christmas, and I'm like, sweet. So I was really, I was trying to see if I could glue that down. It's not staying. So I'm really stoked to see that she will be home with time to get her home, and then enjoy the holidays before, as her little sister gets out of school. So, stoked about that. All right, and that's fun. We're working on financial aid, and little one got herself registered for high school classes already. the oldest. We are working on this upcoming week with finalizing financial aid so that we can confidently do the whole registering of classes, and then it's dorm, and it just keeps going. So that's cool. Okay, so where are we at? We are a mess. That's where we are. I don't think I need to, since my thing is gooing out everywhere. Now, normally I would not use fabric tack for paper. Just wouldn't. Paper on paper, not necessary, but since my glitter glue is out of commission at the moment, and that's my bad for not, I think I was using a pin that really wasn't supposed to be in there, but it's stainless steel, so it rusts, so it clogged up the tip to my bottle. So I will get that cleaned up, and then I will have to find a way to get a new pin in there or something, because our sewing pins aren't really stainless steel. With that, I gotta try to figure out how to straighten out one of these other pins really well. So I'm gonna put this up here. I think I was waiting to see how I wanted to do this, and I think I'm gonna leave it up here, and that's gonna allow me, like, whether I do this and make a pocket, get a piece of paper, do something, and make, you know, a pocket down here or a cluster of things to go ahead and, you know, decorate that bottom. I think a lot of it's going to be it's going to be Christmas clutter, since I have a nice stash of little things to decorate around what we do. So it's going to be, so maybe on camera, on some shorts, some shorts and some reels, I'll have to do some small cluster reels so you can see, you know, what I was working on. This one, same thing. Now, I think I'm going to want to just vintage this up a little bit more. Love the dark craft paper. We have a lot of new things in stock that are this yummy dark craft paper. The reading books are, reading lists, I mean. We have index cards that are this paper color. We have a couple different sizes of envelopes that are all the way through. Like, they're the craft paper all the way through. So they're just so yummy, and they're great because when you rip into your papers and you let this color sort of show through the edges of your, you know, journal pages, it gives a nice rich vintage yummy feel. And even for the most, you know, vintage or Victorian of pieces, I think it still works really well. So I don't think I'm going to stick anything behind here, so I'm just going to try to get glue on the edges and a little in the middle. Now, to make it cute, I could tack on the green tassels, but I don't know if I have any extra green tassels. I think, of course, I'm doing this mid-run, aren't I? It'd be cute if it was sticking out, but now I don't know. Hold on. Let's see if I have green tassels over here, whether I gave them all to you guys. I don't see any tassels. They don't give us a lot when we're dealing with the product. And it's a fun extra that you get, but I don't see any. So I probably don't have any. That feels weird. I feel like I should have had them, like I had them in hand somewhere, but what I did with them? That's the other thing about organizing. You go, oh, where did I put that? Okay, well, maybe I won't quite put so much glue on the top here, so maybe I can sneak that in. All right. We'll put this at an angle for something fun. And I left a little bit of gap here. There we go. So maybe I can get the green tassel, and it's a fun thing. And then this, depending on how I decorate it, will determine if I glue it down as a sort of a pocket and we decorate that up. Okay, there's that. That way I will fill out and make sure I have enough room for that one. I've got little pieces sort of popping up everywhere. That will be a Christmas card. That's gonna, one more thing of writing, that's gonna be a stack of Christmas cards. I'll have to decide if there's anything else I'm forgetting to tuck inside of that. And that's done. Okay. And I didn't put any inside pockets here. Now, again, I have two large pockets, which I could utilize. If I wanted to tuck in more, if I want to go, I'll see what other Christmas cards I have. I might put one of these down to tuck Christmas cards into, because it has a gusset here. You know, I could get a white and put my Christmas cards in here that aren't being glued down inside. And then, as I said, I also left it open back here for any other potential cards. So I do have some spaces to put all my Christmas cards in here, which has been my new fun thing to do, is add Christmas cards to my journals when I have a few empty pages. So I will leave this here to remind me that we are going to put a pocket in there. So the front, on the other hand, needs to be definitely decorated up a little bit. Right now, I couldn't decide between a blue, a green, red sash to keep it closed because of the Amazon bag. I used an Amazon brown bag that is, fluffy and toasted. You can sort of see it here. I didn't hide it. It's a craft paper recyclable bags. I did do the shears here and all the fabric. Did a little bit of glue and then sewed it all the way around, front and back. So I cut the 2 pieces so that they were up right side up, because if I folded it over to try to sew a pocket or sew up like a slip, one fabric would be upside down. And I was like, well, that doesn't do me any good. So I cut the 2 pieces, wrapped it around, slightly glued it to the yummy Amazon packaging. And just cut everything so you can see it if you needed to. If you saw it, at least it looked nice and clean. And that was okay. But it doesn't always stay closed. It's staying better now that it's been not used. But if I start using this a lot, it stays open. So right now I'm using the green Happy Holiday that I got off a gift, which is sort of fitting, right? Sort of nice. Usually I do it at an angle. It's all good. But we need something behind it. I just don't know if in big chunks, little chunks. I have some paper that I could mess with. So you have a little bit more red and green. Maybe offshoot the angles, right? We could do that. Which then would help justify the green on the inside. There's that option. Very matchy-matchy. I could go lighter and keep to the brown look. I don't know how much green I want to add to this. This is very much on my end because of the fabric. I kept it more blue. And then I have Yummies from Celeste that I was wondering what was in here that maybe might be a better fit paper-wise. She gave me stuff, so I was trying to see. I could do it that way instead. Do a little red behind it. Trim it. A little red in that. And we'll do that. A lighter. Everything matches really great with the card, but then it definitely veers. I don't know. Oh, it's a bag. Oh, that's cute. Well, right now I'm liking the red idea. Get some more colors in there, right? Got some mesh. Crinkle up some mesh. Cut down the red. Let's see. I'm pulling from my stash here to see what I have. Now I have some beautiful pieces that I could decorate corners for 3D. So I'm all for. I'm all stoked about those. I need that one over here. My stash is just getting big and messy. But that's the whole point, right? The charms. Now I'm trying to decide what. I'm just trying to make sure we have enough fabric-y texture. I want the mixed media end of it all. I want the little bit of the actual texture to offshoot. Okay, so we're going to make this about the same size and then just skew it enough to where we're seeing opposite. Perfect, there we go. Same size, tweak it. I want to put this either underneath all that or in between. I think we're going to have to go underneath one end to the other. It's fine. Again, same thing. About the same length. Tuck it in. Let it stick out in some spots. I decide soon here because now one of my stars to the top of our tree fell apart, and all the heat over the years. Do I like that idea? Oh my gosh, do I like that idea? The pretty came off the framework. And I was like, I'm not going to try to glitter glue that. I'm just not going to try to glue that back on. I don't see that being a very successful ordeal. So I left the lights in the framework. I put it outside with my Olaf in my box, my Christmas boxes on my bench, and plugged it in. So I was really happy about that. And Let's see. I really like these two flaps, but I don't think I need all of it, so I may cut this. Because I really just want where the snowflakey feel is. I think I'm going to cut that off too. We're going to... And we're going to... Oops. That way maybe. We're going to layer there. We got the mesh behind it. This one could go more on top, right? Like I said, we're going to do some 3D, so let's... Don't need all of it. Alright, so we are getting somewhere. And then if I took that one photo, I know one of these guys in the corner and layered it on top. I have a 3D. Ooh, I have Mikey. Okay. But I think for dimension, I hate to do it because it's gonna... Let's give me a second here. I think we're gonna... We need to rip cut something. Oops, not those. I need to do a little TLC. I don't want it perfectly because our journal card is already straight. So I think we're going to decal edge the journal card just a little, not a lot, because I don't want to lose too much space. I don't want to lose too much of the length and width and all that jazz. So I'm just barely going to tip it just to make it messy on the ends. Which isn't taking much because my decal cutter is getting dull. Who knew? I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. I don't know. There's got to be a way to do these. I'll probably just reach out to Tim in the group and go, how do we fix this? How do we I mean, I know there's times where we've done, we use things like foil and stuff for our circle cutters and stuff. Circle punches. I just don't know. I think I tried. I just don't remember if it was successful or not on this one, if it made a difference or not. It's the top portion up here that is the flat section that's a little off. Alright, let's get some shadowy dimension here. And then I get you to see a little bit of the front come together. So we saw Merry Christmas, but there was another Season's Greetings, I think, that I'm going to work in. Hold on. I know this may be long, and I probably should have been more prepared, but that's okay. Oh, what happened here? Okay, there. Enough of an angle here. So what I'm going to start doing is gluing just enough of sections in here, not all of it top to bottom, because I want to be able to tuck areas in, but I want to get it started to lay in place. So as I get every section where I think I want it, I'm not losing it. Let's get this one out that I want so that I can get that taken care of. Well, that's why I took most of the video, but see, we're going to use one of these guys in this bottom corner. Alright, so let's get a chunk of mesh that I want cut and tucked or rippled in a way that gives us a little snowy effect. Of course, I'm not using snow mesh. I probably have some somewhere. I do. It's back there, but that's okay. This came in one of the packages. This is what it is, and I like that idea. So let's start. A little bit going into the mesh and a little bit onto the no, where is it? Oh, I think we had it in between, right? Give me. All right. Oh, there we go. And I think I had it more on the outside, huh? But I wanted to see it, so we're gonna go the other way. I'm like, I had it, but I was like, maybe not. Ugh. I want to see, my biggest thing is I want to see that gold snowflake. I don't really want to lose it. And so there's not a lot there, but I gotta figure out, I have to do it on the outside, so I gotta get it to match. So I think we're gonna cut down some of this. We'll bring it to an angle because it's not really all necessary. Let's do some shear cutting so that we can I better check to make sure we're recording. Wouldn't that be bad? Get my mojo going and I'm like, nope, not recording. 50 minutes in. Yep. All right. Well, that's good. You'll see. You'll get to see me do a majority of this ending bit, which is awesome. Right. Not my mess. Ugh. I gotta try to. Okay. So I think I like where things are. Before I did this corner, I wanted to get a. So I could do a season greetings here. Merry Christmas on the inside. Trying to figure out where to put the season's greetings. It is blue, which helps bring it back in. We've got this guy here. We have, I think maybe we'll tuck that in. We're going to get this one in here. Hopefully. Everybody sticks on top of everything else. There we go. And we can just sort of, okay, that's where it's going to stay, I guess. All right, that's what we're going to do. Okay. Very carefully now, which I did not do a proper inking yet, huh? You get excited and you put it down, then you go, whoops. And there is white. And there is white. Try to cut everything out nicely, right? But I do have a horde of fussy cutting to do, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, like I said, I want to try to get a little more eclectic with my journaling, and I'm not just sticking to one kit. But to do that, you know, you have to have your pieces sort of ready to go. Or at least where you can scroll through it and look through your boxes, which I am 15 deep over there with materials. Now I need to have a couple for, of course, the actual, like, paper product. And I want to be able to just go through it and go, okay, that's pink, that's green, that's floral, that's got girls, that's whatever, botanical, and just grab everything that sort of fits in that theme. No matter what, and just, you know, have it ready. All right, so now I just need to glue it completely down to my cover, because I don't really want it sticking up. I want to make sure that this is pretty flat, and so that it doesn't get ruined or in trouble or bent or whatever as we go along. So we're going to cover that one. Press, 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 press. Remember, heat works lovely on glitter glue. Not glitter glue, fabric tack. You know, it normally comes out pretty good when it's cool. In the heat, I've never had any luck with it, trying to get it out. But, you know, sometimes leaving it out here in the colder garage is actually not that bad for me. But to get it to adhere, comes out of the bottle when it's colder. But to get it to, of course, be, you know, a little bit more pliable I like it colder, but to get it to stick and stay, yeah, you want some heat, and using your hand is a great way to do that. So we're going to get all this glue in here so that it's all sticking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I decided not to do any paper or book cover corners, just because I did have things, because I had everything sort of nicely, cut with the shears. I figured that we didn't really need to do corners. Sometimes the corners help make the pages a little more stout, make the covers a little more whatever, but I liked the idea of a soft pack this time. Nice soft cover, soft fabric cover. So using the Amazon packaging is great for that. Okay, well that actually came out really cute. I like that we have the mesh in weird places. I love how the big gold mesh. We have a little bit of red pop from here, pull from here. I'm a little off-centered. Yeah, I'm a little, you know, it moved a little. But we even have a little 3D, but not in a spot that's going to cause any problems. Yeah, I'm off, but that's okay. It's mine. I'm not selling it. It's my lovely. So, of course, when you are selling something, you might want to make sure that's centered. But that's when you're struggling and you're trying to get stuff done. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It's okay. It's mine. I get to love it all I want. Doesn't matter. I'm loving it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it was a little bit of a rough start. We got something done. You got to see me with the process part of it, right? The process video in the sense of what I had, what I need to do, what needs to be left, a little bit of gluing. Okay, what do I have to go where? Our trials and tribulations with our... See, so yeah, these are our lovely top bottle toppers. And they are a actual rubber. Plastic get too hard and they definitely disintegrate a lot quicker. But anything will disintegrate over time, but I think I'm due for new ones. But they're great. They keep everything nice and, solid in there. They're great for your glitter glue when you have, I think they're still good with your glitter glue. I think because I made a mistake and didn't do something correct there, so that's my bad. But, alright, so the cover's done. String ready for any kind of tassel I want. I have a few things done and, just sort of advanced to the next stage. It's all written in. My photos are in place. Now I just need to add all the fun little gadgets that I think might be left, to help personalize it a little bit more, decorate up those empty spots, since I don't have a whole lot to write, and that's okay. But things that I wanted to keep from the season are now glued in, so aren't I happy about that? So stoked. And had tissue paper, and I just folded it into one of our favorite concoctions. And, figured out how to, use it to store some lovely pieces. These are really pretty. Those are really pretty. It's a Michael's thing. Found it in my stash. I was cleaning stuff out. Found it in my stash. So there we go. I used materials that were left over from packaging, left over from old tree topper, material. Found a piece of scrap paper, took a large journal card, got a little 3D sticker, and look, along with the fabric, I have a nice little topper. So then if all I wanted to do is add some gold glitter to this, I'd have some extra oomph, and I'd be all good to go. So thank you all very, very much for coming along with this, what I'm calling my coffee craft and chat, because, well, first thing in the morning for me, and loving every moment, having a good feel for getting back into it, and I hope you will all come along as the weeks progress, and I will continue to do more and more videos, get back in the swing of things, start with get back to the altered book, and work on pages, work on envelopes and our deals, show you ways to use all the products that are in the store as the time goes on, introduce you, of course, to new products as they come up, and enjoy every moment. So hopefully you'll come along, and you'll check out the shop over at I am a Jewel Design, but our shop is also Design Journal and Supplies. There is the Etsy link, or Etsy layout, how you would type it in. But it's also down below in my description box. So both things are in there. The digital shop is open, but it's not open for digitals right now. I'm still working out those kinks with the new EU regulations. So right now it's US print and ship for anybody who wants my digitals, and so I'm slowly getting those relisted. So always message me about anything and everything that you are worried about in the Etsy shops, and we will figure out a way to get you what you need. So love you all very, very much. Have a wonderful Friday and a lovely weekend. Happy Martin Luther King Day, whatever. You get it off, great. If you don't, hope you have a wonderful weekend, and you enjoy every minute of the lovely weather if you get some. So love you all very soon. Bye-bye.